Hey guys and gals, well, Scott with Heritage Farms, Texas. Well, we're back on the swimming pool light project. I finally broke down, gave in to the ransom, bought new LED lights. In the previous video, I mentioned what a scam that was and what a ripoff and how they take full advantage of you. But you're out of options. I got to move this project along. So I went ahead and spent the money and got the new lights. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to pull the new light through to the deal. And you can see this is a junction box over here. You can see within the junction box, this right here is your pull light. It's got your 3 wires, insulation, rubber hose, and you got the tubing that runs down, under, over to the pool. And the theory is, if you notice, this junction box is higher than the water of the pool, the level of the pool. So water will not come out of this junction box. So that's the only reason that it's watertight. So what we got to do is I got to hook the new light on over there and we got to pull it through. And let me tell you, this is not going to be an easy job at all. And the other problem that they give you is you can see the wire goes down here. There's an actual hole where the light socket goes into the wall. And this is all you have. They barely give you enough wire to get up here on dry land. I mean, I literally cut the wire off at the light fixture and you can see what we have right here. So I'm gonna call my wife over and I'm gonna splice this together and we'll show you how we're gonna try to connect this. It's not an easy task at all, but I'm gonna turn the phone over to my wife and let her do the recording. So the goal here is that you want to splice this wire together so that you can pull it through without being snug or snagged anywhere in here. So we're going to start and we're going to do 2 things. We are going to basically, trying to think the best way I want to do this, we're going to wrap it onto one another and we're going to go back and forth. So I'm going to take this wire, form a little bitty loop and then go like that. Now the same thing I did on that side, I'm going to do on this side of the joint. The goal being to keep to a bare minimum on there so you can kind of see what that one looks like. So now we're going to do the same thing with the white wire. We're going to bend it back over. We're going to bend that back over. And then I'm going to actually go through here and try not to poke holes in my finger because that wire is sharp. We're going to bend it back, and then on this side we're going to do the exact same thing. And we're just basically trying to braid this metal to give it some strength while keeping the actual diameter of the wire down to a decent level. So once again, bend it over, and then we braid it back onto itself. And we're going to see what happens here. The one thing we do not want to happen is that these wires break while you're trying to pull this through. So now we're going to come in here with Scotch or the 3M electrical tape. We're going to start back on the existing housing at an angle. And we're going to pull this tight. We're going to come around here and we're going to pull, 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 stretching the tape, stretching the wire, trying to keep the diameter down, smaller than the actual housing itself. Pull this around, pull it around, pull it around, around and round we go. Getting grass stuck to the side of the roll, that's not good. Now in this little area right here, we'll go a couple of times around because this is where the actual joint is. We need as much strength as we can get as we go through here. So this is what we're doing. We are basically trying to create a super strong bond so we can fish the new wire and the new fixture all the way through to the junction box. And then we're going to come up here onto the other housing on the new light just to give it some strength. So now I'm going to come through here Try to get this as smooth as I possibly can. Now I'm going to go back over it the opposite direction one more time here. Just trying to give it a little more girth, a little more strength. If there's any open areas, we just don't want this to snag or get tight. I've got Kimber, the company dog here, that's going to help me out. Hi, Kimber. Hi. How are you? She's very concerned about this project. She's probably wondering why we're not swimming in the pool at the moment. Okay, so that is how you splice the new wire into the old wire. And I don't like this one little corner here, so I'm going to do one more thing. I don't like that little snag, so I'm going to put a couple of more pieces on that. And voila. So this is what we've done. And you can see here we got plenty of wire. So we're going to try to throw that in there like so. And we're going to come over here. Now this is the hard part. We are going to try to pull the old wire through.
Got it.
As we start to pull, let's see what's happening on the other side. All right, so the wire is starting to go through. We're going to put some more in the pool. We got a ways to go. And let me tell you, this is not easy pulling. Look at the dogs. The dogs are wondering what's, oh, they're trying to get the tennis ball. Uh-oh. This is what I was afraid of. Now it's getting a little tight. That's probably where the joint is. Let's see, maybe it's just getting snug a little. Oh, look at there. Hallelujah. The splice made it through. We got it going our way now. Got a little snag. Of course, I'm trying to do this without getting in the pool. Really should be a two-person job. Should have one person pulling and one person pushing. For some reason, it's getting snagged as it gets in the wall. Out of the way, dog. Not sure what the exact problem is, but we have hit a snag.
Sit. 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 Hot over here.
Okay, so unlike the pool builder who didn't leave us any slack whatsoever, we are going to try to leave about that much slack so that you got plenty of room to get the light up on deck. wife is gonna tell me when it gets tight.
It's there.
Let's see if I can get just a couple more inches. All right, guys. So that is how you pull a lot through. What we'll do now, we'll come in here and we'll cut off this wire. And I know this is not the proper tools to use to cut this, but it's what you have on hand. And voila, that's the job. Here's the gripe I have, is they give you like two options on wire. They tell you can get like 15 feet or you can get 50 feet. Well, you can see in this situation, I did not need 50 feet of wire, but it's an opportunity for those guys to charge you an extra, $50, and that's what we did. All right, guys, more to follow, but now it's just down to wiring the wire and getting in the pool and putting the light fixture back in. One down. We have another one to do on the spa. Same exact drill, but hey, I have to admit, I was happy this one turned out okay. Hey, glory be to God. This is part one of the video. More to follow. Okay, so I opened this up, and just for the record, this white one went to the white one, the green one went to the green, and the black went to the yellow. And I'm pretty sure that these three here in the middle are what goes to the pool light. So this is what we're gonna try to work with going forward. Hey guys, I'm Scott with Heritage Farms, Texas. Well, here it is. Let's look at the Casio Mudmaster G-Shock watch. It's 7:45, and I started about 4:45, so I've got 3 full hours into this light project on the swimming pool. The good news is, as I showed you in the earlier video, where you see the one over there, how we actually got it out. We pulled the new wire all the way through. I actually got the wiring done over there where Coco is standing at the junction box. And so we have that one pretty much ready to be reinstalled in the pool. Come over here. This is what I've been working on. So we did the same drill. So I cut the old light off, spliced the wires together, put tape, made sure I had a really good, strong bond between the new wire, the old wire. But man, let me tell you what, this is where it gets complicated. This one, the junction box, was over here behind the pool. And you can see it used to have a fence row. In the old days, we had a fence that ran like this, but we moved that fence to the very back. But I left this post because the box, the junction box, was right here. Well, the junction box had been capturing water, so it was all rusted, it was brittle. You can kind of see these are the wires that go over to the control panel. And this is the new wire that we just pulled through. The main thing is that this junction box is actually higher than the water level of the pool, because if it wasn't, water would come out of this. So now I got to figure out the rest of the story. Let me tell you what, this was blood and guts, and I think I mentioned to you, you have a couple options. It's like either getting 15 feet of wire, which is not enough, or you get the upgrade, which is 50 feet, which I only needed about 25 feet. So you can see how much wire I had to pull through there. And of course, this thing comes down, and I'm pretty sure they maybe were smart enough to put a radius, connector at the bottom, but this was blood and guts pulling that wire. The first side went relatively easy, but the spa light killed me. So all of this wire, I literally pulled 3 inches at a time. That's about all I would get, is about 3 inches, and it would stop. I'd have to go back to the spa, stand upside down, try to pull it out. So yeah, 3 hours tonight that I've jacked with this. The good news is all the new wire is pulled. The lights are pretty much ready to be reinstalled in the pool and in the spa. And now we're down to just doing some basic wiring. But all I'm going to tell you is blood and guts, blood and guts. The only positive note is that's really heavy duty wire. It's got a real nice insulator in it, good strong plastic. So what I'm going to do out of this, I'm going to buy me a couple of electrical ends, and I'm going to make me some really heavy duty extension cords, like 10, 12, 15 foot extension cords that will come in handy. So I'm going to make the best of the situation, considering I was forced to buy that much wire. But here's the rest of the problem. So this old electrical box is all broken off, and I don't know how this thing is connected here. I mean, it looks like almost copper wire to a certain degree. I don't know. But anyway, I've got to figure out how to get a new box mounted, get the wiring finished, and then we can move on to trying to see if we can have some lights. It's been like 10 years since we've had any lights in the pool, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. So anyway, blood and guts here today. One thing I do like is, man, these lights came with all of the correct nice trim ring, new glass. They're all completely assembled, and they're LED. So I can run these lights at pennies on the dollar to what the old lights used to cost. More importantly, I like the fact that they're changing lights. I can change them pretty much to any color I want. I can set them on like a rotation where they go from the various colors, or I can pick out my favorite color and leave them there. They rotate every time you turn the power on and off. So, all right, hey, glory be to God. This project is not over, but we're making headways, more to follow. Hey guys and gals, Scott with Heritage Farms, Texas. Well, what are we doing? Well, we're at the corporate offices. It's a Thursday night. I thought I would share with you guys a little update on the swimming pool light problem we were having. So if you watched one of our earlier videos a while back, when the Texas winter storms hit, we decided we would do some upgrades to the swimming pool. And we started getting things back in shape. Well, one of the problems we had was for the last, I don't know, 10, 12 years, the swimming pool lights have not been working. So what did we do? Well, we upgraded from the old incandescent light bulbs to new light fixtures that are LED. And the LEDs use a tremendous amount less electricity, so they're very energy efficient. And we went with a company out of Florida. I'll post a link up here where you guys can check out their channel. But you know, in my last video, I made some complaints about the cost of the lights and how these guys, in essence, know that they got you. There's only a couple of options for swimming pool lights. So they charge an arm and a leg for these. And I looked and I looked and I researched and I researched, and I just couldn't find any decent options other than going with new LED light fixtures. So in this video, you're gonna see we're gonna swap out the lights. We have to pull the cables through a conduit that was in the ground. We had to rewire them, but we got it going. So, you know, long story short, very frustrated about how much money I spent on these lights, but you know, it's an investment in the house, and considering the prices and what home values are worth, a swimming pool is a asset. And if you can have one that's functioning and looks good and that is aesthetically pleasing, you know, it helps. So anyway, I finally finished the project. One thing about it, these lights rotate colors, and as you can see, it goes from everything from purple to green to blue to aqua to yellow to red. And you can turn the lights on and off. So if I flip the switch and stop the electricity and then turn it back on, it will stay on whatever color it was set to. But in this essence, one of the features is you can have it on rotating. And what it does is it basically rotates colors. So you can kind of see it goes from the various color spectrum, and you know, not bad. Pretty cool. So, all right, guys. So, you know, when people say a swimming pool is a hole in the ground where you throw a lot of money, they are so accurate. We have spent a ton of money on this pool after the Texas winter storms to get it up, to get it functioning. And we're still waiting on a couple of things to come in as far as pool equipment. The water features, we have a couple of waterfalls that come out of this wall right here and cascade into the pool. Those are not working because we're missing a pump housing, but maybe one day we'll get past this post-COVID. But let me know what you think, guys. Me, personally, I think it looks a lot better. I'm just sick at my stomach for being trapped and not having any options other than spending a ton of money to get these things working. But I digress. Sometimes you have to look at the big picture and move forward. Not a big fan of the red. For whatever reason, the red does not show up very well. The green does a good job. So post below, guys. Let me know. What's your thoughts? What's your favorite color out of this rotation? Green, purple, blue? I think the blue looks pretty cool. Kind of like that. The biggest thing is, the savings and the LED lights. That's worth a lot. So right here is an aqua. Ooh, let's see, what's next here? From aqua, we go into green. I don't know, pretty cool. Doesn't look bad. Not bad at all. So anyway, it was quite the job, and it's one of those deals where, once again, if I would have hired a pool company to come out, it probably would have cost a lot of money from an installation standpoint. But, that's one of the things you guys will figure out about me is I love the challenge. I love to research stuff, and I love to figure out how to do it on my own. And I don't know, that sense of accomplishment when the job's finished means a lot to me. So, all right, guys. So, glory be to God. I count my blessings. I'm so thankful that if this is the biggest problem I have in my life at the moment, all is good. So, hey, please leave us a comment. Hit the thumbs up. If you're not a member, please subscribe. Love to hear from you. But hey, new swimming pool LED light fixtures. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Thanks.